Okay guys, another carb identification. I already know what the carb is, but let's go over what this thing has. This thing has an idle up solenoid, anti-dieseling solenoid, however you want to word it. Bloop. Okay, and there's your idle screw right there, so when you turn off the car it drops. Or you can leave it unplugged and adjust it from there. It also has a micro switch down here, which is pretty cool if you listen when it's nailed. That's this connector right here. That's cool to run nitrous right there. Micro switch on. Okay, what else does this thing have? There's your fuel inlet. There's a fuel filter in there. You got two vents there, besides these vents, that go to the charcoal canister. Okay, so that just tells you it's a car production carburetor. Plus, oh, hold on, we've lost it. We will be making this stand. It's got to get 4 bolts. Okay. We have an electric choke. This is part of it, which is nice. Vacuum secondary. Okay, still have your place to adjust your floats. There's your adjustment up there. Okay, now normally in your metering block, the regular 4160s would have a mixture screw right here and a metering plate back here. That's why it's so short right here, and this one's deeper. This isn't the one with two metering plates where you'd have adjustable jets. This has the plate that holds on, that hooks on the back, like the carburetor Junior did. But you don't have them here because it's a production carburetor. Here. Where's the other one? I can't see it. It's down over here. Okay, got your normal vacuum hoses and all your stuff to it. Load focus, there you go. Anybody know what the carburetor is yet? I know you're going to say Motorcraft, you're going to say Ford, which is absolutely right. This is off a 84, 85, 302 high output Mustang. That's exactly what this thing's for. So, I liked it because it had the idle up solenoid, anti-dieseling solenoid, whatever you want to call it. I liked it because it had the micro switch. That was pretty cool. Figure that's a bonus right there. Okay, I don't mind those vent tubes. They mean absolutely nothing. You could actually, if you want, you just shorten them right here and just put a little rubber plug there so nothing hangs down in the front. Still got your vents up here. No reason to run them unless you still got a charcoal canister. I said, an electric choke. When you go up and down with the vacuum diaphragm, you hear the air rushing out of the holes. So that's a good thing. That says the diaphragm is good. Okay, it's clean. I mean, it's got its normal dirt age, but you can still see the factory gold, the different body. Plates are clean underneath. This one has all the screws in it. Some models are missing the 2 screws, and you can see the color of the bowls. Looks like it's never been tampered with. Everything's free. The accelerator pump is free. Okay. So it's a 600 vacuum secondary with an electric choke. Okay, Holley, obviously. For the size of those. Those babies are monsters to help with drivability. That's what I really liked about it. Now, a lot of these factory carbs, they will go down to jet size or 2 for economy. So if you want to get the maximum performance out of it, you just up the jets a size or 2 in the primaries. You can buy different plates in the back, but don't even worry about that. Okay. Went to the show today, first bender. There it was. Had all Ford stuff there. He had a 8.8 Mustang rear sitting there. He had a full-size 8.8 there. He had 2 sets of ring and pinions, trannies, this carburetor, all Ford stuff. So I see the carburetor. I look at it. I see the electric choke. I see everything I tell you. And I'm like, wow, this would be a nice starting point for Ruben. And then he could advance from here, or if he ever decides to go with something else, he could always take this choke stuff and move it on to a different carburetor. It's like I said to him, most of the stuff you find at the swap meet does not have an electric choke. That's a score. Plus this thing, like I said, is clean. Turns out it has been off the car for a very long time, but that's another story. So I said to the guy, I'm interested in the car, how much? This turns right back into like those plates last week story. And the guy told me $50. And no way I'm spending $50 on a carburetor for a car that's not mine, for Ruben, without Ruben looking at it. I don't know if Ruben wants it. I have no idea. Are they worth $50? Sure. Kit for this, for the 4160, if I remember, was $30 or $32, complete with this diaphragm if you need to change it, which is one I would just hold on to it. They are a little bit of a haul to do. So that's $70. You got a carburetor that, if this was the Universal 600, would set you back $350, almost $400 now. Ridiculous price now. I don't know what it would set you back for an actually manufacturer specific carburetor. Sure, it's a lot more. Plus I'm looking at it saying to myself, okay, this is calibrated for drivability. I had one of these cars. Okay, the secondaries come on pretty strong and pretty hard, pretty quick. And drivability was never an issue with the car. The choke always worked well on mine. So I'm looking it over, and I see the squirters gone. Right down there. Nothing wrong with the threads. I looked at it really good in the sunlight, but it's not there. So that means somebody was playing with something. I didn't see anything else altered on the carburetor. So I said to the guy, it's missing the squirters. And I showed him. He goes, oh, okay. And then he started telling the story. Excuse me a second. He started telling the story. This was his father's car, and they built up this Mustang, and they did all this. That's why he had all the parts there. These were all the parts that were taken off. He had, like I said, the 8.8 there. He had the old train. He had this. He had a bunch of stuff. And he goes, we must have took that off years ago. This guy wasn't that young. I would say 40. So whatever. So he says to me, he goes, okay, I didn't realize that was gone. He goes, how about $20? So now I'm already down on my knees looking at this thing, and I'm saying to myself, $20 is a good deal. For $20, I'll take a chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything. I've never seen anything wrong with these things that isn't fixable unless somebody created it. That's the best way of wording it. It's almost like a Briggs & Stratton carburetor. Unless somebody altered it, I shook it. I could hear the floats moving. So, it doesn't look like anything stripped, hacked, or anything was taken off with pliers over the years. Even these screws are clean. Doesn't look like they were adjusted 40 times. And usually people don't know how to adjust them anyway, so they're always mauled on the top. So I look at the guy and I go, how about $10? He goes, okay, I want to get rid of everything. I was like, score! So he also had, sitting there, I took his phone number down, he has a full-size Ford 8.8 complete. Out of a full-size something, I really don't know what the hell it was. It was wide. That's all I know. He wanted $1.25 for it. And I looked at the tag on there. It's a posi rear, but it's a 273. I was like, oof. And I know with a lot of rears, I did a lot of rears. When I first moved into this house, I had the garage set up with presses, and I did a lot of rear ends, especially Jeep rear ends for people. And I figured I could make a little side business, and I wound up giving up on it. But I'm not sure with the 8.8 if a 273 carrier would handle a bigger gear. Like Junior's got 373s on his carrier. And I know with GM's there's 3 series carriers and 4 series carriers and there's spaces and all sorts of crap. So basically, bottom line was, after I was there for 3.5 hours, I went back and picked up the car already, so I wasn't carrying this thing around. And I took his phone number. So to shorten that one, I would do it the way I wanted to do Junior's. That one I would drill out the 2 spot welds they put in the tube, warm the center section, press the tube out, shorten it, put it back in, and just buy 2 short axles for that one. It's already got a posi, already has the brakes, but the 273s, he had a set of 373s sitting there brand new that he said he would cut me a deal on both of them, but as I'm saying to myself, I'm buying parts for cars I'm not working on. And so I want to put an 8.8 eventually in my wagon. But I know they make them with 411s from the factory with posi, and that's closer to what I need in the car. Well, the car had 488s. It's down to 354s, so it kind of makes it a slug out of the hole now, but I could drive it. What was I going to say? So there it is. I think we did good. Like I said, could be a starting point, could be a finishing point, could be a parts carburetor, could be something to play with. To me, it appears way too clean for a parts carburetor. That I can tell you. And for the way Ruben's going to drive that car and the gears he has in it, this would probably be an excellent way to go to start off. Like I said, you dump a $30 kit in this thing, it's brand new again. So, and when we did Junior's I paid $20 for. Like I said, that came with everything. If you guys remember the videos, even the diaphragm for in here for the secondaries. So, well, with that said, guys, just wanted to show you this, and that's it, guys. I'll probably be out here a little while to work on the car. I don't know. I'm going to take a little break. So, okie doke.